What's going on, my binge creators? In this video, we're going to be talking about the 3 types of limiting beliefs that your customer may be having right now, or your potential customer may be having right now, that's preventing them from buying what you have to offer. Now, of course, for someone to buy something that you're selling, they need to know who you are, they need to like you, and they need to trust you. But let's say that they know you, let's say that they like you, and let's say that they trust you. Let's say that they've even gone through your whole webinar, they've watched your video sales letter, they've gotten talking to you on the phone, but they still don't buy. Well, the chances are they're telling themselves a limiting belief story. Okay, they've got a limiting belief story going through their mind, and it's going to be one of 3 stories. They've either got a story going on about themselves, like, I don't know if I can do it, I don't know if I'm capable, I don't know if I'm smart enough, I don't know if this is for me, or they've got a belief about the outside world. I don't know if this is going to work in my house. I don't know if this will work for my family. I don't know if this will work in my country. I don't know if this will work right now with the economy going on the way it's going. I don't know if this will work in my business. So they have a belief about the external world, something outside of them. Or there's a third type of limiting belief, and that is about the path itself. So the thing that you're selling or the service you're providing. So those are really the only 3 types of limiting beliefs. Is a belief about themselves, the external world, or the vehicle. I remember these as SEV. So if you're ever writing them out, which I recommend writing them out, SEV, S-E-V, then you can start tackling those limiting beliefs by replacing them with empowering stories. So the way to do this is really, really, really cool. So someone is, let's say they're believing right now that they can't do it, they're not cut out for it. It's a self-belief. Very, very common. Like, okay, the product sounds great, it could probably work in my country, work in my city, work in my business, whatever, but I don't believe I'm cut out for it. So if that's a belief they're telling themselves, then we got to take a step back and realize what a belief actually is. And a belief, all a belief is, get quite philosophical right here, right now. A belief is simply a thought somebody has thought a lot. And I heard this from Abraham. I heard this from Esther Hicks. She talked about beliefs and how to overcome limiting beliefs in your own life so you can experience greatness or whatever, experience success and whatnot. And she talked about how beliefs are simply thoughts we've thought a lot. A belief is a thought we've thought a lot. And so the reason this person believes what they're believing about themselves, despite you having belief in them, despite you really believing in them and thinking like, wow, they could do it if they just set their mind to it, if they just go for it, if they just buy my program, if they just follow my step-by-step program, you know they get results, right? That's cool. You know that. But they don't know that. They don't believe that. And so despite them appreciating your belief in them, they still don't believe it. So what do you got to do? Well, one thing you can really, really do that doesn't work at all is just tell them, no, you can do it. Come on, man, just believe in me. And you kind of force them. Now, what that does is you're telling somebody what to do. And people typically resist being told what to do. People love to have freedom. We love to have, the ability to drink the water. We don't want to be forced to drink the water, right? You can lead the horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. People don't want their head dunked underwater and being forced to drink. They want to be led to the water, and they want to feel inspired to drink the water. So rather than telling someone like, no, you can do it for sure, you can, don't be an idiot, just do it. That never works, or it rarely works. Sometimes if people are very weak-willed or something, or whatever, they like to be controlled, then sure, that'll work. But for most people, it doesn't work. So the second thing you can do that works really, really well is to tell them a story about how you once did not believe in yourself and how you overcame that limiting belief, and then what you realized and now what your results are now. They're probably already aware of what your results are now, which is what you're selling them, right? So you can say something along the lines of like, hey man, I totally understand how you feel, right? You're probably feeling like you're not smart enough, or you're not quite cut out for this because you're not old enough, or you're just too inexperienced, or you may feel like you're not certified, you're not qualified, whatever. I totally understand how you feel, because I once felt the same way. I remember when I was getting started, I once believed that, insert limiting belief here, right? You can insert the same limiting belief that you believe that they're having. So if you believe that they believe that because they're not certified, or you may believe that their limiting belief is they don't have enough followers on Instagram, for example. Maybe that's their limiting belief. They can't buy your program because they don't have enough followers on Instagram. You can say, hey, I totally understand how you feel. You may believe that you're not qualified, certified, blah, 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 blah. You may even believe you don't have enough followers. I understand how you feel, because when I first got started, I felt that same way. I felt like I didn't have enough followers on Instagram. I only had 25 followers, but I really wanted to make a full-time income with social media. So what I did is I was just watching other people grow their Instagram like crazy, like wildfire. And I was just sitting on the sideline and thinking like, wow, it must be nice for them. But then I had a conversation with a friend and she told me how she was growing her Instagram. And it just completely blew my mind. She was telling me how she was growing her Instagram by 100 to 200 followers a day, like consistently, repeatedly. And with each time she got like a new 100 followers, she'd make like an additional like 5 or 10 sales. And I thought that was so cool. So rather than just keep sitting on the sideline, I just decided to try out what she was doing. I sat right beside her on the couch, in fact, this very same couch, and I looked over her shoulder and she showed me what she was doing on Instagram to grow her following. So I did the same thing. And lo and behold, I started growing my Instagram by 100 to 200 followers a day as well. Next thing you know, I've got 30,000 plus followers and I'm now making a full-time income on social media. And that's all you do. You just tell that story. And you can tell that story in the form of a video. You can tell that story if you're on the phone with them, I guess. But typically these belief replacers, if you will, are done with video content just like this. So you're putting out regular videos like this on a regular basis that help replace people's current narrative with the narrative that you want them to believe. Like an empowering narrative, an empowering narrative, an empowering story. So that's the first story, right? It's a story about themselves. And you can replace their limiting story with your empowering story by telling them a story about yourself and how you overcame that limiting belief yourself. That's it. That's all you do. You never tell them what to do. You just tell them what you did. You tell them you understand how they may feel and talk about how you felt and then talk about what you discovered and now where you're at now as a result. So that's a really cool technique that you can do with the self-belief. Now, for the external belief and for the belief about the vehicle or the path, the thing that you're selling, you can do the same thing. You tell a similar story. You talk about how you were once at this brutal before in your life where you weren't getting the results you wanted, and it was because of this one limiting belief that was holding you back. And then you talk about how you overcame that limiting belief, or what you discovered, or who you talked to, or what book you read, or what you experienced, or what you saw. What was your big aha light bulb moment? Talk about that. And then talk about the results you have now as a result of changing that belief. And just by you walking through your story with them, they're going to insert themselves into your story. They're going to feel how you felt. They're going to have that same aha moment that you had, right? Because now when you tell someone a story, when I tell you a story, for example, you put yourself in the story to be able to see it how I'm seeing it. And so when now you're seeing the way I see it, when you're seeing things the way I see them, and I tell you about the aha moment I had, and it makes sense, crystal clear light bulb on moment for me, you listening are going to have that same light bulb on moment. You're going to have that same aha moment. So when I tell you about how I changed my belief, and now I've gotten this awesome result, this desired result that you want, it's going to be so much easier. It's going to be so much more reliable and more likely that you also change your belief and now believe and see things the way I'm seeing them now as well, because you've gone through my story. So this is a really, really powerful technique that you can use with follow-up email sequences after they've finished your webinar, or follow-up email sequences once they've gone through your funnel but maybe didn't purchase the upsell, or maybe follow-up sequence once you've gotten off the coaching call with them and they didn't buy your big ticket item, whatever it is. Just put out videos like this on a regular basis to help get them off the fence. Because oftentimes when people watch your videos, they watch your webinar, they see your offers, but they don't buy right away, it doesn't mean that they're not going to buy. It just means that they're now part of the 99% of the people who are interested in what you have to sell, are interested in what you're offering, but they're on the fence. And they just need a little nudge to get off the fence. Either on the side of like, nope, I'm never going to buy from this person at all. He said something that pissed me off. Or on the side of the fence that's like, yes, I'm now a member. I'm now a student. I'm now a customer of this person that I want the results from. So that's it. Hope you got something from this video. It's all about overcoming those 3 limiting beliefs, either about themselves, either about the external world, or about the vehicle. And the way to do it is by putting out stories about how you once believed, what they're believing, how you overcame that belief, what was your big aha moment, how you discovered that and how it felt, and then what your results are now. And you just walk through a story and that's it. You don't need to actually tell them to do anything, no action steps necessary, besides maybe at the end of the video you give them a call to action like I'm about to give you right now, which is something like, hey, if you like learning about this stuff and you want to learn more, I highly recommend checking out my free training below. It's a free 40-minute training, walks you through the freebie funnel method, how I've made over $126,000 in 2019, how I made over 25 grand in just 30 days by using the freebie funnel method. And it's a completely free training and there's no sales required. It's just you going out, giving a bunch of free stuff on social media. And then eventually when people are ready to buy, they'll buy. So that's the freebie funnel method, and you can get a free training via the link in description. That's it. That was the call to action. You can do something like that. And by the way, that call to action is legit. You can click the link in the description. You can get a free training from me walking you through the freebie funnel method about how, walks you through how I got all my results and how you can get the same results as well, if not better results. So that's it. Hope you like this video. Peace out. Ciao for now. And I'll see you in the training below. Adios.